Yes, people. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all well. Before we get into the video, make sure you smash the like button and you are subscribing to the channel. Very much important you do so, as we're on the road to 2,000 subscribers on the channel. Bayern Munich to make a double to Liverpool. Let's dive into the news. So, Christian Falk has came out and said that Bayern Munich are now looking at Gakpo and Luis Diaz after transfer struggles. We know they've had a bit of an interest in Gakpo for some time. A couple of months now, there was a couple of reports. I think Christian Falk actually did break it a couple of weeks ago. And he did this thing about Luis Diaz last week. Now, internal thoughts. I don't think Liverpool would sell them both to Bayern Munich. I just don't. I think out of the two of them, Luis Diaz is probably the most likely one to probably leave. I think that's who Liverpool would probably favour to leave, because I think the overall package for a player that's 2 years left on his deal, that is probably going to be required a new deal very, very soon with 2 years left. To get £70 million is very much good business. How much would Liverpool value Gakpo at? In my opinion, I think 75 to 80 million is a fair price for Gakpo, who's still got many, many years left on his Liverpool contract. And I would just prefer to keep Gakpo, in my opinion, because there's not many wingers like Gakpo around with what he's able to do. And in all, if you actually compare the numbers last season between the two, is if you look at it in the Premier League, Diaz played 36 matches, 13 goals and 5 assists. He got 1 goal in the Cup and 3 goals in the Champions League. As for Gakpo, he had for Liverpool 10 goals and 4 assists in 35 matches, 6 goals and 5 assists and 1 goal in the Cup. And for the Champions League, 3 goals and 1 assist. Significantly, just overall better output from Gakpo. And I feel like Gakpo now is someone that's coming to his own in the Liverpool career. Because when he first came to Liverpool, he was playing centre forward, left wing. He was playing as an 8. Now, when he's strictly just playing simply off the left, the guy produces numbers. He has a ridiculous home record, by the way, over the course of the last season. I think he bags in like 10 plus goals at Anfield, which is kind of mad. Really, really good numbers from him. Really good numbers from Lucho Diaz. I think that was one thing we was all happy with about last season as fans, was to see the interchange between Gakpo, because obviously Diaz is more of a go to the bar line, try and create a chance, beat a man, or score or whatever. Gakpo is more about he's for one more deadly outside the box, because we've seen the goals he's been scoring this season. And his chance creation as well, I actually think it's genuinely better than Luis Diaz. So I would prefer to keep Gakpo. And Gakpo now, I think he's only 25 or 26. Gakpo is 26 years old. So he has still got many, many years left in him. And if you actually go to the Liverpool wage bill, it's probably significantly cheaper to probably keep a Gakpo at your club than as opposed to Luis Diaz, because Gakpo, Luis Diaz is on 55 grand a week with 2 years left, and Gakpo has an extra year left on his contract. He was on 120 grand a week, so I feel like he's more happy with his contract, and so it comes down to renewing time, as compared to Luis Diaz, who probably should be on way more than 100. We should be on way more than 55 grand a week, sorry. So I have got a feeling that one of them will go. I think Gakpo will stay, because I think Slot more favours him. But Slot loves Luis Diaz. Let's not forget this. He does love Luis Diaz. And there's been a bit of a fallout lately that Luis Diaz is angry at the football club. I'm going to put up the tweet for you. And I'm going to explain it and give you my thoughts and the feelings on it, because I've got different opinions as compared to everybody else that I've been listening and reading regarding the situation. So this is a situation that Liverpool's interest in renewing Luis Diaz's contract seems to have disappeared. His continuity at Liverpool is not guaranteed. Diaz and his encouragement are not happy with Liverpool. According to sources close to Diaz, this is not the first time such a situation has occurred, which has only deepened their frustration. Both the player and inner circle are struggling to understand the club's approach and recent decisions regarding his future. I completely disagree because I'm sorry, but Luis Diaz, mate, I love you, mate, baller, but you've been flirting with Barcelona all season. Oh, my love for Barcelona, my dad loves it. I've grown up wanting to play for Barcelona, so you flirted with the idea about your departure as well. So you're not completely innocent in regarding the situation at this football club, mate. I've got a feeling if Liverpool do get offered £70 million plus or whatever, they're accepting. And I think I've got a feeling we're going to use that money to go in to try and get Alexander Isak plus Malik Fofana. Now we'll speak about Alexander Isak update in just a second. But let me know quickly, would you sell one of Cody Gakpo or Luis Diaz to reinvest back into the squad? Or are you completely happy with the both of them? Me, I'm super happy with the both of them. But I have got a feeling that one of them could potentially go. If I'm to keep one, I am keeping Cody Gakpo. Now, people, let's dive into the Alexander Isak situation because it just seems like there's news every single day regarding the situation of him. Now, let's dive into this. So, Liverpool will continue their keep a watchful eye over the development in the northeast, and any encouragement that a deal can be done for Isak might bring Hughes and co to the table next month when the profit and sustainability relegations reset. For now, a waiting game ensures. This is no surprise because Newcastle obviously have PSR issues. Newcastle want to try and buy players. They did have a couple of bids rejected, i.e. for João Pedro, James Stratford, and Anthony Elanga for Nottingham Forest. They was all rejected. Now, what will Newcastle do? Will they simply up the bids? They're going to have to because they want all three, and that bids is all combining of £120 million. If they're to upgrade those bids, that's probably going up to 150, and now it's going to be interesting to see how much they can spend. I think it's going to be a lot more clearer in the next couple of weeks as to what Newcastle's money situations are going to be like. But we do know if they was to sell out a player of Alexander Isak's quality of 150 million, their PSR issues and the availability for them to go and spend money would be so much easier for them. And that's why I've compared this situation as to a Coutinho situation for us. When we sold Coutinho, yes, we didn't want to sell him, but in the longer run, it was more beneficial for us on the pitch and off the pitch. Now, Newcastle are not a poor football club. They are literally the richest club in the world. So we don't need to do all this whole thing. But for in the here and now, this is what they're having to currently deal with. So it is going to be really, really interesting as to see how all this will develop. Let me know down below, do you believe in the Isak rumours? There is rumours that they want to tie him down to a new contract. And the reason why there is certain belief around Anfield is two reasons for this. 1 minute, he's not for sale. Then, only to 150, 200 million. Then, now it's rather to sell to foreign clubs. So it's making you ask the question, Newcastle are kind of flip-flopping here in regards to the situation. Obviously, Newcastle would rather sell abroad to rather than do business with a domestic side in England. Well, obviously, because they eventually want to try and challenge for the Premier League title, they're not going to go and give their best player to sell him to Liverpool, who will be in their team for the next 5 to 7, 8 years, and that will just collect up all the Premier Leagues and cups and stuff like that. That would be a stupid decision to do. But sometimes the money is just too irresistible to deny. But people, make sure you're smashing that like button and you are subscribing to the channel to stay up to date with the latest Liverpool content. Alexander Isak saga, if you could argue, and football content overall. We're on that road to 2,000 subscribers on the channel. We're very much close to 1,700, so hopefully we can keep pushing towards that target. But make sure you have a brilliant weekend, people, Smash the likes. It's Friday. Take care. Goodbye.